Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations. So, the next things we're going to go over are biome assets and runtime assets. They're exactly the same. It's just different on when they are generated. Biome assets are generated right now. Runtime assets are generated at runtime. So that's something I have not messed with yet, but in theory, everything should work as it does with the biome assets. So that is what we are going to be messing with now. Ignore the turn on biome debug for now. It's a feature that I will be adding in the future, and I have it there so that I don't forget, because even though I have stuff written down, sometimes I forget. So we're going to go over index 0 here. And we're going to just briefly go over what we see right here from enabled to child assets, and then we will deep dive into the generator. So first we have here enabled. Obviously that means whether it should even generate that in the world. There may be times that you want this disabled, especially if it's a runtime asset, and you want something to happen before it generates it. Then that's what you would do. Wait. This is something that we should be used to by now, but essentially it will take the total weight of every index and then divide it by the number of indexes and distribute everything, all these numbers, between 0 and 1. So that means with this being 0.2 and this one being 1, it makes it 1.2, divide it by 2. That's theoretically it's 0.6. They'll stretch that to be between 0 and 1. That way, at that point, it would, instead of being 20%, it would be, I don't know, 12% of the points will be this one. That's how weight works. Generator, we go over in the very next episode. There's a lot to go over in that one. Generator subtype, it is something I am still trying to figure out how it works. It's a feature that was in Biome Core, and I don't want to remove it without knowing that it shouldn't be there for my graph, because it may be something that I plan to do in the future and I just haven't gotten to it yet. The transform graph, so anything that you want to be unique with this index, you will do in this graph. So say these trees go slightly up the cliff more or less, that's where you control it. Then you have the mesh, assembly, and actor. All three of these things perform the same role, so do not have all three of them filled. Choose one and fill it. Meshes, they're static meshes. Actors, those are blueprints. Assemblies, those are packed level instances and level instances that have been turned into PCG assets. And we will be going over that way in the future. I'll be adding that stuff very, very soon. The last thing here is child assets. A child asset is exactly what you see here. Not just one index either. You can have as many indexes as you would like to have.